Why is regulating social tech not necessarily a First Amendment violation?
This is really important because a lot of people get scared away from this conversation because they think it means regulating free speech. One of the things that came out in the Facebook files is that if you were to reduce virality, meaning the reshare button on Facebook where people can reshare the post, basically making things go as viral as possible, if you restrict that to just 2 hops, you can only reshare twice. After that, you have to copy and paste. That would do more to limit misinformation than the billions of dollars that Facebook spends on fact checking combined. So there are solutions. Another example is we could actually say, okay, we have an algorithm, the ranking system, that is the core AI that's pointed at everyone's brains in the world that says, let's find the next fault line in society. We could nationalize the objective function and instead point it at what would actually create the most perspective seeking and perspective synthesis so that people's sharing, whoever's sharing their speech in a way that creates the most cohesion or helps people include even more of the perspectives that are needed, that becomes the center of attention. So you get more of an inclusive idea about what would help us get to where we want to go, rather than an excluding idea of what would other the other side and make your side feel increasingly right while you don't see the other person's newsfeed who ends up showing a different perspective to everybody else.
So we have cases in the past, even with lower order technology than this, of a technology that became so imperative for the country's functioning that government had to regulate it in some ways, like as a public utility. And what we're talking about here is like that, but even more profoundly. If you have a system that can do personalized behavior mod at this level of power at scale in ways that can damage the citizens and damage the social contract and government, then for government to continue to matter at all and its ability to serve and protect the people and the land, it has to be able to have some controls over what that thing is optimizing for in terms of human behavior that both protect the citizens and protect the country. And that's what we're basically recommending, is that if that doesn't happen, then we'll continue to have companies drive public health hazards and continue to drive social breakdown and governance breakdown until governance is no longer a thing at all.